Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we have everything that will help you sustain grad school, the highs, the lows, the orders, and the fun, including everything in between. So remember to subscribe and turn on post notification so that you can stay engaged as always. And if you're back here, thank you for the continued support. We're here because of you. Have you ever heard the popular myth that says you never catch a break as a PhD student? Yes, that's true. Watch me manage my no break schedule and some of the tips that I use that works for me. Work with me. Have you ever wondered why they say you don't catch a break during a PhD? And like I said, this is also related to grad life. This is because you're expected to master something, improve a process, discover something new, or even optimize a solution. So, every day you're thinking of how to rule the world or change something. Even in your sleep, at least for me, you're dreaming about how to navigate that solution or figure out what to do. And it can be very interesting and scary at the same time. And sometimes on sick days, you have to get going provided you have not broken down. Like, I literally went to the clinic because I was feeling sick. I was done with the doctor and I went back to keep working because no one will do this research for you. And the solutions won't wait for you. So you have to keep going. Now, let's take optimization for example. You need to understand what the existing system is about, analyze every processes, materials that are used, properties, and figure out how you're going to make it better, or better still, change or suggest an alternative. So, which means for those that require experiment, you know, you start and keep doing experiments. For some, you might not start getting into experiments in your first year, but eventually. And for those that just need to work on it theoretically, you have to do deep readings, read through and surf through several materials, works that have been done, critical thinking, analytical thinking, and most importantly, you have to prove your ideas. And the funniest thing about being in grad school is you need to sometimes work to sustain yourself, particularly if you're an international student and you don't have access to all of the grants, scholarships, and the funds that you need. It's no news that research stipend alone is not a sustainable income. So you need to get the job. So I get it. For a first year PhD student, this can feel overwhelming. And sometimes you don't even know where to start or how to manage all of these responsibilities. I'm here to remind you that you are not alone. So I'm going to be sharing some practical tips that can help you navigate this journey. You know how it works. You can always let us know which of these tips you're going to be using. And if you think I skipped out on anything, please drop in the comment section so we can learn together. So tip one, understand your research. First, you need to understand the general topic you're working with. Is it material science, dynamics, automation, or engineering student? And for other research topics, you understand those categories. Now, once you've identified this broader field, it is very easy for you to drill and narrow down. Now, in this field, are you studying the processes or the properties? Would you be focusing on design, optimization, or implementation? Now, the clearer you get, the easier it becomes for you to map out what your research plan is and how you're going to go about it. Now, tip two, master the basics. The next thing is you want to build a solid foundation based on what you've discovered. You want to start reading the basics in your field. And if this means going back to square one, remember what I said, you are expected to master something. So you want to understand it from the foundation. Now, this might lead you through different concepts, but you need to stay focused. If you need to take some refresher courses, if you need to reach out to some colleagues, whatever you need to do to understand the foundation, because on top of it, you're going to build so many things. Remember, Adult learning isn't always the smoothest, but be patient with yourself. You've got this. Tip 3: organize your research. Organization is everything. So for some people, they prefer Excel, others Word document. For some is Notion for visuals. And for people like me, I like hand drawing, like I prefer to write. But I combine Excel and written notes together. So you need to understand what actually works for you and you choose it. Keep your notes as clear and accessible as possible and make it easy to make reference to. It is for you. So break it down to the best possible way that you're going to understand. I'll be sharing some resources that I've used and some Excel template that I created, and I hope this will help you stay as organized as possible. Tip 4: track your progress. You can start a research journal or a progress tracker. Write down what you've accomplished daily or weekly, whichever one works best for you. This isn't just for accountability, it also helps you track your growth. And it helps you to remember what you did and as when you did it. Looking back at this progress can be incredibly motivating for you during tough times because now you see where you were and where you're going to. So keep that journal today. Tip 5: celebrate small wins. If you're back in my channel, you know what it is and how I emphasize on celebrating your progress. Pat yourself in the back. Don't underestimate the power of the small wins. Make sense of complex reading, celebrate it. Get through that equation, celebrate it. I have this equation I'm currently working on. When I crack it, I'm popping for it. Finishing a draft, celebrate it. If you need to take a 10-minute walk, stretch, hydrate, or nap, you'll be surprised what a 10-minute nap would do to you after staring at a screen for a very long time. Rest is very productive. You can't pour from an empty cup. Tip 6: manage your system. That sounds very funny, but it is true. If you're like me that I forget to eat, particularly when I'm busy or overwhelmed, you need to plan ahead for the week. One of the things that help me is meal prep. I try to prep at least one meal per day for the week to help me stay agile and active. I also try to incorporate a lot of fruit into my feeding so that I can stay healthy. I can't afford to break down. For the fruits that I can't eat often, I make it into smoothie. I also try to exercise, take as much steps as I can. I stretch before I start those long night read because it helps my system stay active. Considering we also spend a lot of times in the screen, you need this for your mental energy. Tip 7: laugh a little. I know it sounds very funny. When it feels like it's too much, come back here for the laugh. I share some memes also. I share research tips. And let's be honest, sometimes we just need that laugh to go through the chaos. So, let me know in the comment section which of all these you'll be trying. And please share what worked for you. Let's grow together. And if you're going to be here for more tips and memes, ensure that you're following, you're subscribed, and you're turning on post notification. Until next time, keep pushing, don't forget to rest, and stay productive. Bye.